Game 4 NLDS.
If you have tickets, you're late. If you haven't left yet, leave.
And by the way, if you want tickets, just walk up to the box office because it's a 3 o'clock game. They're kind of screwing us out of home field. Do you want to come in now? I don't care. So that's this afternoon. Tyler Glasnow versus Christopher Sanchez, who was their Game 1 starter. Real quick, I want to mention that you can keep on listening for your chance to win tickets. See Michigan USC at Cosm. Once I tell a bold-faced, blatant lie, you figure it out and you call in at 2:30, and you can be in the Dome to see USC Michigan in shared reality. Tickets limited. Grab yours at Cosm.com. Listen all week for your chance to win. Bergman's here. I saw him last night at the game. Review.
That's the lie. That's the lie. You did not see me at the game. I did. We were
Of course.
together. Of course.
Of course.
It was fun. It was fun.
And we hung on till the very end, John. You would have been proud of us.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that Greg hung in, but you, I think, were extremely uncomfortable when they fell behind 8-1 and you were still sitting there.
But here's the thing, John. I don't want to miss a Freddie Freeman walk-off grand slam.
You did not miss
a playoff game.
A Freddie Freeman
I
walk-off
did not miss
grand
it last
slam.
time.
Started to get a kind of
They
close.
kind of rallied.
No,
and
it was all
then-
fake.
Yeah.
It was a fake comeback. That's all it was.
All right, Greg, a couple of questions for you as someone who watches every Dodger game.
Yes, sir.
3-1. Yamamoto's struggling. They're going to take him out.
Yep.
I look down in the bullpen, and Blake Trinan is warming up in the bullpen. Explain that to me.
So I don't think they had very much thought to even put Blake in that spot.
Why warm him up?
What?
Why
warm
warm
him up?
him
Because if it got out of hand, if Yamamoto just
like it eventually did
completely
later
lost
when
it,
Trinan came
sure,
in.
yeah. So eventually, if he gave up 7 runs in that inning, or he gave up 5 or 6 runs, they were like, okay, this game's basically out of it. So let's just put Trinan in to get through the inning, and then we can start again with Bonda later on. They were gonna give Yamamoto as much time as he possibly could to get out of that inning, in my opinion.
All right, so let's pivot to today. First of all, Tanner Scott off the roster now.
I know.
Justin Wrobleski,
Oh,
who
darn.
I think they would have used last night had Justin Wrobleski been active. There was a good spot for him, maybe instead of Kershaw in that spot.
Maybe.
Couldn't be worse.
No,
And they hung Kershaw to dry, too.
they did, but also
Although I thought Kershaw kind of took one for the team last night. At that point, yeah, I mean, but I asked Mase earlier. I'm curious what you think. You think especially in the 7th and 8th innings, the Dodgers kind of punted that game?
So it was a little bit of it was kind of like, yes, it was a punt, but no, it wasn't a punt at the same time.
When the idea was Brian texted when Kershaw came out to pitch the 8th.
Yep.
And I thought he was on it. Brian Cohen sent a text to our group chain saying, why is Kershaw pitching the 8th? It's like they think they've already lost.
Yeah.
And I had the exact same sentiment.
I think most people did, but the question that I would have for you is, who did you want instead of Kershaw in that moment out of the pen?
My answer is always Sasaki, which makes me
They're down
think
3-1.
Okay, which makes me think they punted the game. They said, okay, we got a choice here. We bring Sasaki in, we burn him a little bit, and hope that in the last 2 innings we hit our way back into the game.
Yeah.
Or we assume that this maybe isn't our night. Don't waste any of our best arms.
Ding, ding.
And try and put the emphasis on Thursday, which is what I think happened. I'm just curious if you agree.
Totally agree. That's exactly what it is to me. I think you go with Kershaw in the 8th inning just because you don't trust anybody else to keep it close.
Right.
It was 3-1. So the idea is that he has to get through the bottom of the lineup and then have Alex Vezia, if you need him, for the top of the lineup because of the lefties. He's a lefty and go against those, just like it worked with Bonda earlier in the game. So if he would have kept it close, that would have been it. And then you can, if you score some runs, then maybe you have that. If you score some runs and you tie the game or you take the lead, then Sasaki is there available for you. But if not, while you're down, have a 2-0 lead. You're still at home. Don't use any pitcher that you think you're going to use, like a Sasaki or a Sheehan or even a Glasnow.
Do you like Alex Call in the lineup today rather than Muncy or Rojas?
Yes, that's what they did in Game 1. Max Muncy has been horrendous.
Yep.
Horrendous.
But so is Andy Paz. So is Shohei.
Against left-handed pitching specifically, he has. And Alex Call, in his small sample size, he has 2 home runs against Christopher Sanchez. He hits them pretty decently. He got on base a couple times, I believe.
So they got a feeling.
In Game 1. Yeah, so they're doing what makes sense. And then when the lefty comes out and the righty comes in, the bat off the bench is Max Muncy.
Yeah.
You feel pretty good about Max Muncy coming off the bench.
Yep,
for
against
the most
the right-hander,
part.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you play Smith or Rortvedt?
I kind of go back and forth. I think in this game specifically, you got to go Smith because you go with the guys that got you there and how. I understand that Ben Rortvedt has done a good job behind the plate with these starters.
13-0 when Rortvedt is the starting catcher.
So yes,
but this is a, as Greg's pointing out, this is a one-game thing,
right? And also, I don't think that they call their own pitches for the most part. They're such good pitchers.
They call their own.
They
pitches,
call
no
their
question.
own pitches. He's just kind of maybe picking, like he's blocking the plate, maybe slightly better. But I don't think it's anything. If you're calling your own pitches, I'd rather have Will Smith's bat in the bench.
Yeah.
In the game, I mean.
I think Tyler Glasnow. I think he deals today. I
hope
he deals.
so.
Ireland pulled up some numbers. He's not been good in the postseason.
There's nothing statistically to back this up. That it statistically, and we always say that line, you can torture numbers to say anything.
Yeah.
But statistically, he's been a bad postseason pitcher. All of his postseason starts have been in Tampa.
And it's all 2020 or before.
And then that's the number one thing. But the number two thing is he faced the Phillies once this year and got lit up. So I'm not looking for great things at Glasnow. If he gives me 5 and only allows a couple of runs, I think you take it and run with it.
So if you get Glasnow being the best Glasnow he can be, and by the way, he got lit up in that game. That was the game that he left in the second inning because his foot didn't feel right when he was stepping on the ground. Which was horrendous.
Ridiculous
By the way, Greg,
that was nonsense.
How long is his leash today? If he loads the bases in the first inning and nobody's out, do you just roll with it?
Yeah, you go, and he has to give up runs. It's not about if he can get out of those innings, then that means that hopefully he will settle down and get through the rest of it. If he's giving up 3-4 runs, then no, you do not have a long leash.
Ranger Suarez gave up a home run on his first pitch, and then he shut everybody down.
Would you not stick with him, bases loaded first inning, John? You have to. Who are you going to?
I think your hook is a little quick.
I think up 2-1, I do. Down 2-1, I don't.
So you go to Sheehan, then what if Sheehan goes wrong?
Then you go to Roki.
No, Roki, once you're down a certain amount, Roki is not coming into the game.
Right, but hold on. Guys, this isn't a normal game.
Right,
You win the game, the series is over. So all bets are off. I mean, I'm assuming Snell's not available. But if he was, I'd consider putting him in there. By the way, Greg, we disagree on this. If the Dodgers lose today, who would you pitch Saturday, Shohei or Snell?
Shohei.
I would pitch Snell.
Yeah, I would pitch Shohei.
Snell's got more experience.
Yeah, he does, but Shohei was great.
Yeah,
so was Snell.
Yeah, Snell was fantastic too, but I think you can have the option. Snell technically could be the piggyback today instead of Sheehan. So if Glasnow is pitching well and he goes 6 innings,
I think
you
saw
can go
blurb.
Snell here for a little bit at the end.
Sure, you could throw Snell today.
No, I think I saw a blurb that said Dave said
that
not
was
happening.
yesterday.
No, not happening
today too?
Yeah, I don't know who
you
said
saw a
it.
blurb. He's not.
Yeah, Snell not an option today.
I agree with it. It's totally fine. But if you have a lead and Sheehan starts putting guys on base or whatever it happens to be, you have to go to who you need to be in that situation. You don't do Shohei because the whole he has to stay in the game, go in the outfield, all that nonsense. But Snell could, if you have like a 4-1 lead and you're going into the 8th inning and you've burned Sheehan already, you might do it.
What's wrong with Shohei? What's wrong with Pages at the plate? They're combined. They're 2 for 40 in this series.
So I don't worry about Shohei. I mean, he's typically I talked about it with Travis the other day too. He's like a guess guy, but he guesses so well so often that you feel good about it.
You don't do anything, but do you keep Pages out there?
Yeah, you do keep Pages out there because he's still getting a hold of the ball. He's not striking out a ton. He's putting the ball in play.
And despite what he did yesterday,
eventually.
He actually helps your defense because he's got such a cannon. I know he threw one into the dugout. Yeah.
See, how do you guys feel about that? When he went to third, I was of the opinion of just go to second and keep it on first and third and don't give up the runs.
I was of the opinion make the throw and have Yamamoto back up third base.
Okay,
makes sense. That's what fundamentally you're supposed to be doing. He wasn't there.
Yeah, because then he could have caught that so it doesn't bounce into the dugout, doesn't move everybody over.
Score, all that stuff.
In that sense, I agree with that.
Mason said this earlier, and I actually agree with it, Greg. I'm curious if you do. If you listen to our station today, and even the other station, it sounds like fans think we're down 2-1.
It's wild to me.
It's like
they've only lost one playoff game so far.
You'd rather be the Dodgers than the Phillies in this situation.
100%.
But the Phillies are an incredible team.
They are.
Oh, yes, and that's the thing. Okay, so because
Emily, the Dodgers aren't?
Right, because the Phillies are an incredible team, you're not going to sweep the Phillies. You're not going to win 3 in a row against the Phillies. Just like the Dodgers are an incredible team, you're not going to beat the Dodgers 3 in a row. So I feel good, even if it's not tonight. It's going to be on Saturday.
And as
winning 3 in a row against one of these teams is virtually impossible.
As for the scoring thing, obviously the offense,
really
complete offensive outage last night, but they had gone 13 consecutive postseason games with at least 4 runs.
Oh, wow.
13 consecutive postseason games with at least 4, and I think they can make 4 stand up. One couple of questions.
Yeah.
So, onion machine.
What is that?
The onion machine at a baseball game sanitary?
I don't know what an onion machine is.
Where all the onions are.
Where you turn the crank and it puts onions on your
hot
dog.
like raw onion?
I would imagine
machine?
as long as you're only putting onions in it, that it would be clean.
It
right?
just seems open to me and unsafe.
I loved your line last night. You're like, they put it in there. It's like, what? They put water on it.
Little freeze-dried onions, and they put water on it. That's how it goes. It just doesn't. I love the onions on the hot dog. I'm just not a fan of the machine.
I used to be a bartender. I'll tell you what's not clean in most bars. The gun.
Yes.
Those are not
because
sanitary.
they never clean the lines.
They say never drink fountain.
Yeah.
No, you just stick it into a cup of water.
I mean, you had fountains at the movie theaters. How often did you clean them? Hardly ever, right?
We clean them daily, John.
No, that's not true.
Lies,
Every
lies.
other day.
Exactly.
The other thing last night is I saw Jim Hill beforehand.
Oh, did you?
Did he call you by name or did he call you Big Shooter?
Nope. He called me player.
Hey, you're moving up.
Hey, player.
Yeah.
I thought, is that a normal Jim Hill thing? Hey, player?
Worthy totally knows your name now and is embarrassed that he didn't know it before.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I will always be Jeff Mason to James Worthy.
Jeff Mason. That's
Jeff
right.
Mason. He's a big Jeff. All right.
No, I thought it was Dave Mason, the singer.
It was Jeff, Dave. What do you got, Bergman?
All right, so this is the Boys in Blue report. It's brought to you by Tahone Gaming Authority. We're going to talk some Dodgers baseball, which we did. It's the Boys in Blue, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Tahone, located 15 miles south of Bakersfield off of Route 99, your 24/7 destination for all the action. Hard Rock Casino Tahone, opening November 13th.
There you go. Exciting for that. All right,
Yes,
Bergman,
sir.
and we'll talk to you tomorrow on the show.
Yes, definitely.
We will celebrate a win.
Let's go.
Greg, are you going today?
No, I'll be here, actually.
It's 2 at 3 o'clock makes it
By the
really
way, I was going to
tough.
say, if you're going and you haven't left yet, I had to fight the traffic
done.
getting over here. You wouldn't make it. That's
No.
okay. If you have tickets and you haven't left yet, leave.
Once a game starts, I can't leave that space.
No, I got to see, and even driving home, like I'm going to be on the app listening to the game.
Right. Of course you're on the app.
I will be on the crystal
you
clear.
will not be on your phone at
No,
all.
I will be on my crystal clear digital ESPN LA app listening to the game,
Yes.
and you can hear all playoff baseball on the ESPN LA app.
Just hit the tile.
I know how
live
to promote
sports tile.
stuff. I'm a good promoter.
Yeah.